I think in many ways the work that I started doing 20 years ago that I've been joined now by many, many others in, that has become the Center for Courage and Renewal. In many ways that this work has grown out of my own journey to try to understand what an undivided life would look like and how to get there. And I think it's an ongoing process. I don't think it's something you achieve once and for all. I think you have to keep working at it. But I know that in my life, it took a couple of things to get me on this road. One was hitting the wall or going into the pit or whatever the image is of having the kind of trouble in life that wakes you up if it doesn't crush you and destroy you. And in my case, I think it was sometimes a sense of failure, of falling short of what I thought my potentials were. And sometimes it was a very dark place of depression. When I realized that I had to start getting serious about who I was in the world and how I wanted to be in the world, if I was going to survive in the world, let alone thrive. And that's the point at which you start to understand that your need is for a safe space with somebody to bring forward that which is truest and deepest in you, and often most painful in you, and sometimes even most shameful in you. A safe space in which you can start to explore that story with someone who's not going to judge you, who's not going to reject you, who's not going to try to fix you or save you, but simply allow you room to understand yourself more deeply. And ultimately to do what is called integration, which is to stop sweeping the failure, that which is shameful, that which is on the shadow side of your life, to stop sweeping that under the rug and to be able to say, this is me too, along with my gifts and my strengths and my energies and what I have to offer the world. I am all of the above. And if I can hold that together in a way that's honest and real and true, I can find I can find something of value even in the darkest experience, or even in the most profound failure. I mean, one of the messages that I'm so eager to communicate to young people, for example, is that if you get any elder to talk honestly about his or her life, that person is going to tell you that their failures were some of the most powerful guides they ever had to the road they ought to get on. A failure that felt very painful at the time, but that redirected them towards something that they really, really wanted to be doing and were really gifted to do. We don't tell these stories to young people, and so young people have the same experience I had when I failed. I thought it was the end of the road. I thought I was a loser. I thought it was over. So I learned that safe space, in my case, I was blessed with a father who created safe space for me. He would listen deeply to me. He would hear me into speech. He didn't judge me. Later on, I found that with one or two close friends. Eventually, in my depression, I found that with a therapist. And I think that this image of safe space for my soul, for my identity and integrity, for my wholeness, which includes my shadow as well as my light, has been one of the things that has led me toward a work in which I've wanted to offer that gift to lots and lots of other people. So we've created these circles of trust, which are all about 20 or 25 people in community learning how to create a safe space for each other's struggles and each other's joys. A place where that which is deepest in a person can find voice and expression without risking judgment, without risking somebody trying to fix you in a false way, somebody trying to save you in an ego-driven way. but simply giving you a chance to explore your own inner landscape at your own pace and with your own resources, and discovering, I think, what we ultimately all discover if we have the gift of this kind of space and this kind of community, that we have what we need.